Pebbles Kid Stories.
The Monkey and the Crocodile. Once there lived a monkey on a rose apple tree, which was full of fruits on the banks of a river. One day, a crocodile came out of the river and asked the monkey to give him some fruits as he was very hungry. The monkey did so. The crocodile happily ate the fruits and went back to the other side of the river to his wife and told her about the taste of the fruits. His wife was very greedy.
If the fruits are so tasty and the monkey eats them every day, I'm sure his heart must be very tasty. Dear, bring his heart to me.
The crocodile, not knowing what to do, went to the monkey.
Hey friend, my wife has invited you for a grand party. Why don't you come with me?
The monkey accepted his invitation and climbed behind him, and they started their journey. They were halfway there when the crocodile could not hide the truth any longer. So he told the monkey the true reason why he was taking him. The monkey was very clever. He immediately replied,
"Oh dear friend, you should have told me this before. I left my heart on the branch of the tree. If you take me back, I will give you my heart."
Both of them went back to the tree. The monkey jumped off and hurried up the tree.
My friend, go now to your wicked wife and tell her that her husband is the biggest fool in the world.
Moral: do not encourage greediness. The Four Friends. Once in a beautiful jungle lived four friends: a deer, a tortoise, a crow, and a mouse. They all spent most of their time together. They regularly met under a big mango tree. One day, as usual, everyone gathered at their usual place. But the deer did not turn up. All the other friends were very worried. The tortoise asked the crow to go and find out why the deer did not turn up. So the crow flew away in search of the deer. He searched everywhere. Finally, he found the deer trapped in a hunter's net. The deer was crying out for help.
Help! Help!
The crow was shocked to see his friend in danger. He went back to his other friends and informed them. They decided to send the mouse to cut the net with his teeth. The crow carried the mouse on his back and flew to the deer, and the tortoise followed them. The mouse began to cut the net with the help of his teeth. Soon, the deer was free. By that time, the hunter was back. The crow flew up to a tree. The mouse hid behind the tree. The deer ran far away. But the tortoise could not move fast. The hunter caught hold of him and tied him in a net. Now the other friend was in danger. The deer thought of an idea. He stood in the path of the hunter to attract him. As soon as the hunter saw the deer, he dropped the net and ran to catch the deer. In the meantime, the mouse cut open the net and saved the tortoise. The deer ran fast and escaped from the hunter. The hunter came back and saw the net empty. The four friends were back together happily. Moral: united we stand, divided we fall. The Wise Old Bird. Deep in the forest, there stood a very tall tree. This tree was the home of a flock of doves. One of the doves was a wise old bird. He noticed a small creeper at the foot of the tree. He called the other birds.
Dear friends, can you see a small creeper at the foot of the tree? Let's destroy it, or else it'll become a problem for us. Anyone can easily climb up.
The birds did not agree as they were careless and did not feel the danger in it. Soon, the creeper started to grow thicker and stronger. It began winding its way up the tree. One morning, when the doves had gone out in search of food, a hunter came to the tree and spread his net there to catch the flock of doves. In the evening, the doves returned home. They did not notice the net and found themselves trapped in it. They cried for help and sought the advice of the wise old dove.
Dear friends, the hunter will come to take us in the morning. Everybody should pretend to be dead. Dead birds are useless to a hunter. He'll throw us away. When he throws the last one, we shall all fly away at once.
Next morning, when the hunter came, the doves did what the wise doves had said and flew away happily. The hunter was surprised to see all of them escape. Moral: listen to what your elders say. The Tortoise and the Two Geese. Once there lived a tortoise and two geese. They lived happily together for many years. For a long time, there was no rain and the country was hit by a drought. Many people and animals who were living in the country started dying. Birds flew away to safer places. The two geese saw the danger of the drought. They too decided to move away to another place. They told the tortoise about their decision to move away.
Why do you bid farewell to me? Am I not your friend? Won't you help me?
But how can we help you?
Bring a long stick. Both of you hold it with the help of your beak on either side. I will hold the stick in the middle with my mouth, and all three of us can fly away from here.
The geese agreed to the idea.
Don't try to utter a single word or open your mouth on the way.
Hey, why would I do such a foolish thing, huh?
As discussed, they started their journey. They flew higher and higher over fields and hills. Finally, they flew over a city. The people in the city started shouting at the geese and the tortoise as they had never seen such a strange scene before. The tortoise did not like the people shouting at him. As he opened his mouth to shout back, he lost hold of the stick and down he went. He hit the ground and died on the spot. Moral: foolish pride always has a fall. The three fish. Once upon a time, there lived three big fish in a lake. One of them was wise. He was very careful in his thought. Another was intelligent and resourceful. But the third fish always believed in fate. One day, when the wise fish was leaping about in the water, he heard a fisherman say,
Oh ho! This lake is full of good fish. Let us fish here tomorrow. We can earn a lot of money.
Hearing this, the wise fish went to the other two fish and told them what he heard. He advised them to leave the place immediately. The intelligent fish was not ready to leave.
Let the fisherman come. I will find a way to escape.
I cannot leave the place where I was born. Whatever happens is my fate.
The wise fish left the place immediately. The next day, the fishermen came and cast their net. The two friends, who did not leave the lake, were caught in the net with many other fish. The intelligent fish pretended to be dead, so the fishermen threw him out along with the other dead fish. The third one, who believed in fate, kept jumping up and down. One of the fishermen saw him and struck him dead. Moral: we should not believe in fate. The Blue Jackal. Once upon a time, there lived a jackal in a forest. He did not get the day's food, so he was very hungry and wandered throughout the forest but could not find any food. Finally, he decided to go to the city. As he was walking into the city, he heard some dogs bark. Soon, he found a group of dogs running towards him. So he rushed into a nearby house which belonged to a dyer and fell into a tub filled with blue dye. The dogs who were chasing him returned back as they did not find him. The jackal came out blue from the tub and went into the forest. All the animals in the forest were frightened to see a new animal. The jackal realized that all the animals were afraid of him and took advantage of the situation. He called the animals towards him.
Oh, my dear friends, I have been sent by the gods in heaven to protect all of you. I will be the king of this jungle.
All the animals were very happy. Every day, they served him food and took care of all his needs. They came to him with their problems and listened to what their king said. One day, as the king jackal was sitting by the court, he heard a pack of jackals howling in the forest. For a long time, he had not heard these voices. He felt very happy. Forgetting he was the king, he howled back. Immediately, all the animals knew who he really was and started chasing him in anger. But the jackal, he was already on the run. Moral: we should never pretend to be what we are not. The boat. A frog, a chick, a mouse, an ant, and a ladybird all went out for a walk. Soon they came to the bank of a stream.
Let's go for a swim.
The frog jumped into the water.
But we can't swim.
The mouse, the ant, and the ladybird also agreed with the chick. All of them were offended. They tried to think of doing something. They thought and they thought. And do you know what they did? The chick went away and soon came back with a leaf. The mouse fetched a walnut shell. The ant brought a straw and the ladybird a long piece of black thread. Then they all set to work. They stuck the straw to the bottom of the shell and tied the leaf to it with the thread. And in a minute, they had the prettiest little sailing boat you ever saw. They pushed it into the water, went on board, and off they sailed. The frog stuck his head out of the water and was going to laugh again. But the boat was far, far away, much too far for the frog to catch up. Moral: never underestimate others. The loyal mongoose. Once there lived a farmer with his wife and a newborn child in a small village. One evening, when the farmer returned from the day's work, he brought with him a tiny little mongoose.
Dear, this little mongoose will grow along with our child as his pet.
One day, the farmer's wife wanted to go to the market, so she put the child to sleep in the cradle. She was half-hearted to leave the child alone with the mongoose. She told her husband to look after the child.
Please keep an eye on our child.
Soon she was back with a basket full of groceries and vegetables. She found the mongoose sitting outside as if waiting for her. She took one look at the mongoose and screamed,
Oh my God! Blood! You have killed my son!
With all her strength, she struck the mongoose and went inside to see her child. The child was still fast asleep. On the floor below the cradle lay a snake, torn and bleeding. The lady realized what had happened. She ran to the mongoose.
You killed the snake and saved my child!
But the mongoose could not hear what she said. She bent down in front of the dead mongoose and cried. Moral: don't be hasty in taking decisions. The wise little rabbit. Once in a jungle, there lived a huge lion that hunted and killed animals in large numbers. One day, all the animals of the forest assembled together and discussed that if this continues, very soon there will be no animal left in the jungle. So they decided to meet the lion the next day and talk to him. The next day, all the animals went to meet the lion. They explained the situation to the Lion King.
Oh King, please don't hunt us. We will send one animal every day to you as prey.
As discussed, every day, one by one, the animals started to go to the king as prey. That day, it was the turn of the clever little rabbit. He thought wisely to put an end to the cruel lion. He went to the lion.
Oh Lord, today 6 of us were sent to you as food, but the others were killed by another lion on the way.
Another lion? Where is he? Show me now.
The rabbit took the lion to a nearby well and asked him to peep inside to see the other lion. But the lion was foolish. He mistook his reflection for another lion.
Who are you? I'm the only king in this jungle. I will kill you.
The lion jumped into the well and drowned. Moral: think clever, win sure. The crows and the snake. There was once a huge tree in a forest. Many birds had built their nests in that tree. A big snake saw the tree.
Wow, this tree will make a nice home for me.
He started living in it. One day, the snake saw a nest full of eggs.
How lucky I am. Now I don't have to go out in search of food.
He started eating all the eggs. When the birds came back, they found their nests empty.
Oh no, the snake has eaten our eggs. What shall we do now?
A pair of crows thought of a plan to get rid of the snake. They flew to a lake where a queen came to bathe regularly. They picked up a necklace which she had left on the bank of the lake. They reached the tree and dropped the necklace in front of the snake's hole. The queen's servants chased the crows and came to the tree. They saw the snake near the necklace. They killed the snake immediately and took away the necklace. The crows and the other birds lived happily ever after as their eggs were safe now. Moral: there is always a way out of every difficulty. The Grateful Ant. One day, an ant was climbing up the trunk of a tree when suddenly a strong wind blew and pushed her into a nearby stream. The small ant struggled in the cold water and tried to reach the bank of the stream. A pigeon who was sitting on the branch of the tree saw the poor ant.
Oh, poor ant. I must help her.
He plucked a leaf from the branch and dropped it near the ant. The ant immediately climbed onto the leaf and reached the bank safely. The ant climbed up the tree and went near the pigeon.
Thank you, dear friend. You have saved my life. I'm very grateful to you. I hope one day I can repay your debt.
How can this tiny fellow help me?
He flew away. Days went by. One afternoon, when the ant was carrying food home, she suddenly saw a pair of legs in front of her that belonged to a hunter. He was aiming his bow and arrow towards a tree. The ant was shocked to see the hunter aiming at the pigeon. She acted immediately. With all her strength, she bit the leg of the hunter. The hunter missed his aim. Hearing the sound, the pigeon quickly flew away. Thus, the clever ant was able to repay her debt. Moral: never underestimate others. The Clever Bull. Once upon a time, a farmer owned a bull that helped him in his field. As the bull grew old, the farmer abandoned it in the jungle. The bull was old but clever. He wanted a place to live with enough food. Soon he found an empty cave with a pond nearby. There were pastures of green land with plants, shrubs and trees all around. the bull settled down there. One day, he saw a lion coming towards the cave. The bull did not panic. He quickly thought of a plan. Looking into the cave, he called out,
Darling, today our kids will have a great feast. A lion is coming here. Keep quiet. Don't frighten him away. As soon as he is near enough, I will pick him by my horns and pull him inside.
Oh God, he seems to be a deadly creature. I'd better flee to save my life.
Stop, O king. What happened?
The lion explained the problem to the jackal.
Why do you laugh?
He just fooled you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Your Majesty, the creature you're frightened of is just a bull. He's healthy food for you. Come on, I will show you.
Huh? Maybe he's right. But that creature, how to believe him?
Don't fear, okay? Tie your tail to mine. I will lead. If the bull attacks, I will be the one to suffer.
This gave the lion some courage. He tied his tail to the jackal's tail and walked towards the cave. When the bull saw the jackal and the lion coming together, he realized that the jackal had revealed his secret. Still, he kept cool and called out to the jackal.
Hey, Jackal, I had asked you to bring me 2 lions. You have brought me only 1. Will half my family go without food?
Oh no, I can't stay here anymore. Run, run!
The frightened lion ran back, and the poor jackal got dragged away behind him because of their tied tails. Thus, the bull saved his life using his brain. The Stork and the Crab. Once upon a time, there lived a stork in a pond where plenty of fish lived. He ate the fish from the pond regularly and lived happily. Years passed. The stork grew old and weak. He found it difficult to catch his food, so he decided to play a trick on the fish. The stork acted very sad. He did not even try to catch the fish which passed him. A big crab noticed this and went up to him.
Why do you look so sad? You're not even eating your food.
Oh, Crab, I heard some people discussing to close this pond with mud. Everyone will die here.
Hearing this, the fish and crab were alarmed.
Oh God, that's horrible. Please tell us how we can save our lives.
I'm old and weak, but I'll try to help you. There is a bigger and deeper pond some distance away. I can take you there and all of you will be safe.
Soon the stork set out on his first trip. He started taking the fish one by one in his beak and flew away. The cruel stork used to carry the fish to a big rock where he ate them up. That day was the turn of the crab. He hugged the stork's neck and got ready for the journey. On the way, he did not see any pond. Instead, he saw skeletons of fish everywhere and soon understood the stork's plan. So he used all his strength, dug his sharp claws into the stork's neck and killed him. Moral: never trust your enemy. Union is strength. Every day, a flock of doves came to a field where a farmer used to dry his grains. After filling their stomach, they flew back home. A dove hunter watched these birds come there every day. He then planned to hunt the doves. The next day, as usual, the birds came to their regular place to eat. They were happily eating the grains when suddenly a huge net fell over them. The doves were trapped by the hunter. They were all shocked.
Hey, we are trapped. What do we do now?
But the Dove King was wise.
I have an idea. We all must act together. We shall all fly up carrying the net with us.
As advised by the Dove King, they carried the net together and flew away. They went to a mouse who was their friend.
Please help us. Cut the net with your teeth and set us free.
Don't worry, I will do it.
The mouse did as the Dove King said and set all the doves free. The doves were grateful to the little mouse for saving them. And with a loud flapping of wings, they rose in the air and flew away happily. Moral: united we stand, divided we fall. The Lion Makers. Once there lived 4 friends. 3 of them were educated, but the 4th friend was not. They liked each other very much and spent most of their time together. Sometimes the 3 educated men made fun of the 4th as he was uneducated. One day, the 4 friends had a discussion. They wanted to earn money using their intelligence. So the 4 friends decided to go on a trip. While they were on their journey, they found the bones of a dead animal scattered around. They thought that this was the right time to use their intelligence.
Hey, I know how to put the bones together.
I will take care of the skin, flesh, and blood.
I can bring the animal back to life.
The 3 of them started to assemble the dead animal.
It's a lion! Please don't give life to it!
But the 3rd man did not listen to him. He wanted to prove his intelligence.
No! Wait!
The 4th man climbed a nearby tree. As the 3rd man gave life, the lion pounced on the 3 men and killed them. The 4th man went home safely after the lion disappeared. Moral: we must always use our common sense. Horse and the Donkey. A dhobi had a horse and a donkey. One day he was going to the market with both his animals. The day was very hot. The dhobi loaded his donkey with heavy bundles of clothes, but the horse carried nothing.
Oh, this is too heavy. I can't even walk properly. Brother, the load is killing me. Please share some of the load.
Hey, why should I? We are made for riding.
The donkey felt very bad, but continued huffing and puffing. The heavy load made the donkey stagger and he fell down.
Oh, I have loaded him so heavily.
The dhobi gave some water to the donkey and transferred the entire load onto the horse's back. The load was really heavy.
I should have listened to the poor donkey and accepted half of the load sportingly. Now I shall have to carry the entire load to the market.
Moral: we must always help each other. The King and the Noble Deer. One day, the king and his courtier went into the forest to hunt. Suddenly, a beautiful deer appeared in front of them. Both of them were astonished to see the beautiful creature, who was golden brown with long antlers. The king turned to his courtier.
I alone will hunt this beautiful creature.
He turned towards the deer and shot his arrow, but he missed, and the deer escaped and ran into the forest.
Wait here. I shall follow the deer and hunt him down.
As the deer moved deeper and deeper into the forest, it was difficult for the king to follow. Suddenly, the king stepped into something soft and sticky. It was quicksand. Soon he started sinking in it.
Help! Help!
He cried for help, but the courtier was too far away to hear. The deer heard the king's cries. He came near him and lowered his head.
Oh king, please hold my antlers. I will pull you out of the sand.
The king did so and was soon out of the pit. The deer took the king to a nearby pond for a wash and followed him back to his courtier. The king never went out for a hunt again. Moral: every life deserves respect. The Talking Cave. Once upon a time, there lived a lion in a jungle. As usual, the lion started hunting for prey, but found nothing. At last, he reached a cave and waited inside, hoping that some animal would come in to spend the night. The jackal that regularly spent the night there came towards the cave, but stopped outside after seeing the footsteps of a lion.
Footprints of a lion.
so the lion is ready to attack me inside the cave.
The clever jackal devised a plan.
Good evening, cave.
No one answered. The lion was silent. The clever jackal knew that the lion was inside.
Oh, cave, every day you answered back. Why not today?
If I answer the jackal, he will come inside and I will get a feast. Good evening, my friend.
Caves don't talk, you foolish lion. Go away.
The jackal ran away.
Oh, that jackal. How foolish I am.
Moral: foolishness has no reward. Mousemaid made mouse. On the banks of the river Ganga, there lived a large number of holy men. Their leader was a man of great learning. One day, as he was reciting his prayers in the Ganga, a tiny mouse stood in front of him. The holy man looked at the mouse.
What a lovely mouse. I shall take her home.
Using his magical powers, he changed the mouse into a little girl. He took the girl home to his wife.
Here is our daughter. Bring her up with love and care.
Years passed, and she grew up to be the most beautiful girl in the world. The holy man and his wife thought the time had come to find a suitable husband for their daughter.
Our daughter should marry the most powerful man on earth. I think the sun would be the best choice.
The holy man, using his magical powers, asked the sun to come down and marry his daughter. The sun came down to marry the girl.
Oh no, father. I cannot marry him. He's so hot. I want someone better.
The holy man felt sad.
You can get your daughter married to a cloud, as he is very cool.
The holy man called upon the cloud to come down and marry his daughter. But the girl was not happy.
I will not marry him. He looks so dull and dark. Show me someone better.
Why don't you choose a mountain? He's tall and stronger than me.
Now the holy man called upon the mountain. But this time too, the girl stepped forward.
No, father. He's too tall, rough and hard. I won't marry him.
The mouse is greater than me. It's true that I'm big and strong, but still the mouse makes holes in me.
As soon as the mousemaid saw the mouse, she jumped with joy. The holy man thought for a moment, and using his magical powers, he turned the girl back into a mouse. Soon they were married and lived happily ever after. Moral: like minds always get along. The magic stick. There was once a lazy rabbit in a forest. One day, as he was sitting under a tree, he found a stick lying nearby. He picked up the stick and began to hit it on the ground.
I wish I had a lot of carrots.
He waited, and suddenly a heap of carrots appeared in front of him.
Huh? I can't believe my eyes. This must be a magic stick. Let me be sure. Oh, stick, give me some green grass.
Immediately, bundles of grass appeared in front of him.
Yes! I found a magic stick. Wow!
Now he was sure that it was a magic stick. From that day, all the rabbit did was eat and sleep. One fine day, as he was sleeping happily, he heard a lion roar some distance away from him.
Huh? Lion? But, yes, I have a magic stick. Hey, stick, transform me into a lion and make this lion a rabbit.
Immediately, he turned into a lion. He was very happy living without fear. But the jackal was no longer happy.
I have been starving since this lion had stopped hunting. Now I have to go to a nearby forest and call another lion here.
The lion came with the jackal. Now as the rabbit lion saw the real lion, he was frightened. He did not know how to fight the real lion. It was now that he understood the creation of God.
I cannot get the courage of a lion merely by taking his outer form. Oh magic stick, make me a rabbit again.
And then he left the lion's den forever. Moral: there is a reason behind every creation.
Pebbles Kid Stories.